Hello, everybody. It's Kathleen from Crafting Time. I'm hoping live here. It said that I couldn't go live. There, it looks like I am. Just going to double check to make sure. I've had a little issue here getting on, which is unusual. So let's go in and I'll just kind of like make sure. Yes, there I am. I couldn't go live. There, it looks like there we go. And then let me shut my. People like to call me during my lives, and I think it's so funny. Anyway, we're going to make something tonight. It's kind of cute. It's my own idea. You can certainly use it if you like. We are going to be using this hat that's on my head. Right here. There it is. This is a Dollar Tree Girls hat. And we are, for everything's like not blocking my speaker. I don't have a very good voice yet. Don't know what all that noise is about, but anyway, we're still here. Now, I'm going to just cut this little tag off. I'm going to keep this. These come in super great handy for hooks. I just keep those. I toss out this. That's garbage. But you want your hat. And you're also going to need a needle. Now say hello if you're on. I would appreciate it. And it doesn't matter what size needle you have. As you know, I use large needles. Why? Because I can see the dang hole. I can tell you. I've lost my voice somewhat. It's coming back. I feel so much better today. What happened was I've been on Mucinex for quite a while. And so you're going to thread your needle. You don't have to thread it a lot because we're just going to do tap type of stuff. Give me about this. I won't even need this much, but I want you guys to be able to see what I'm doing. And white on white doesn't help. Back over there. Now this is stretchy. This is the elastic string. So you might enjoy using that, and you'll find out why in just a little bit. We're going to just kind of tie this up. Now I know I'm not going to need this much. I'm just tying a knot, making it pretty thick on this end, but it really won't matter. Sorry. Anyway, I was telling you what happened to me. My coworker lit some sage in our classroom. It was Indian camping week. It was supposed to be camping, and I didn't know she was going to light this stuff. I would have removed myself. And she not only lit it, but she lit it several times and really smoked up the room and gave me a complete, I'm asthmatic, and gave me a complete reaction. And then I had a sinus infection with it as well. And between the two, I was not in great shape. So this is my thought. We're gonna be using some bottles. Remember these bottles? We're gonna cut them in half, about to the level of this rim. First, we're gonna prep ours, and let me just show you. We're gonna have 3 bottles in here, like so, right? And we're gonna take this thread, and we're gonna ping this one this way, and this one this way. So now we have 3 right in a row bottles. These will be cut off, and your flowers will become red, white, and blue. Do you see that? or whatever you decide to put in. So that's my plan. Let's see if we can do it. I'm feeling good enough to do some crafting, and that's fabulous. I need one up because I have to make sure I have, like, I want to make sure I have this side and that side. And because of it being elastic, I will be able to um, get these bottles in. Now, you're not going to do, I'm going to fold that up. I know where I kept my finger there. So it's approximately one finger in of my, I have small hands. So whatever you're, and if you use an adult size, guys, I use, my hats are all children's size because that's how small I am. I'm going to do a red one too, but I thought you'd be able to see better on this one. Um, so go a finger in, then I'm just going to take and poke my needle right through it. And I want to go a little bit higher. I want it to be on the fold. Just gave myself a bug finger. This is a sharp needle. And then you're just going to tack it. Now I'm going to keep my finger on the side so it doesn't go through all the way. And then I'm going to go right back in that same area. And I'm looping this over my needle so it locks it into place like a slip knot. I'm trying not to tangle me up. And I'm going to do it like 2 or 3 times, same kind of way. So I'm leaving just enough room for it can expand without, you know, if we have to. It's very easy to do. I make a lot of these actually. I just go back and forth like I'm sewing on a button. By the way, you could get some star buttons and sew on there if you wanted. And I do quite a few times, like 4 or 5 times is usually pretty good. I don't know how many times I did this, but I'm a little bit high. But see now, it has just a little bit of expansion here. Not much, but just it gives a little bit. I didn't want a lot. Now let's make sure I didn't slide my hand. I did slide. I knew I did it. I'm going to peel that off just a minute. I got too close. I thought I felt my hand slide, but I wasn't sure. And if that happens, just cut it off. And then you'll move it over just a bit after you retie your knot. I knew it. Should have marked it. I did. And I even have my good marker here. I just didn't. It's a white hat. I didn't want to leave marks. Okay, so find out where you left your spot. And I'm going to go just a little farther over because I want to make sure this bottle can fit in. See? Keep your top rim up if you can. Hello, hello. Hi, Brooklyn. Hi, Darlene. Thanks for stopping in. It's much appreciated. All right, I'm trying to find my fold. I'm not going to poke myself this time. I'm going to leave my bottle there so I don't screw it up. And then again, I'm going to just separate this knot area. Get over there. Can't do it twice. No, don't go. Just like so. And just pull that through. I'm just going back and forth like you're sewing in a button. I want to It slants just a little bit. That's all you need. And then just tie a knot around something, you know, do like you normally would sew something. Just add a couple little extra um, knots. I told you, it's not going to need much. We'll glue that down in just a bit. Now we're going to do the other side. I hope none of you guys get what I get with asthma. Oh, that was smart, wasn't it? Out of practice, guys. A couple days off really messing me up. All right, we got that bottle in there. And the way I learned about this craft, guys, is I received years ago, while I was teaching, a bouquet like this. And it was so pretty. I thought, and the lady paid something like $75 for this thing. And once I learned, took it all apart, it was just a hat like this. So I grabbed another bottle so I don't screw it up, 3 times. Once it's plenty, you should learn from your mistakes, they say. Not this girl, but they do say that. So I'm just picking my spot. A little bit more over so I have some give there, and then I'm going right back through over to the side. Where did it go? And then I'm separate this, put my knot over my needle, and pull it through. It locks it nicely, and then sew it like a button. Simple, guys. This is just a simple, fun little craft. And no matter what hat you use, you can even use a black hat if you have a gentleman in the house that maybe you want to use a black hat for. I'm just going to keep going a little bit there. And seriously, when I took it apart and found out how it was made, I was like, oh my goodness, I can do that. Now I'm just going to put a couple little stitches over on this other, oh, I can't bend it because the bottle is there. Just a sec. Oh, there we go. Really, I feel like I'm way out of practice tonight. Just a couple days off. I was so bad. Thursday, Tuesday night, I got really bad. I thought, oh my God, I must have COVID. That's really what I thought I had. Went in, got tested, no COVID. Sinus infection and no RSV. And then my medication, the Mucinex that I have to take, did not, they were out. So now, as you see, we got the 2 bottles there. Now we're going to cut them off. This is going to be tipped back down. It looks very cute. Takes a little practice. We haven't cut our bottles yet. Now we're going to make sure that third one's put on. Now, isn't this just stinking adorable? Look at this. Oh, you took it down. You're like sticking up on the ceiling. Now we're going to cut our bottles. Now, I'm using just these, I'm recycling, guys. I'm using these ice bottles. I use a lot of these ice bottles. I don't advertise ice. I don't even drink this stuff. I buy it and I pour it out and I use the bottles. That's what I do. And I like the bottles. I use them for centuries. I use them for paints. I use it for just all sorts of things. But isn't that kind of cute? No, I'm just setting that aside because we're going to decorate that. But we got to cut our bottles. And we need them approximately. Now, you could cut them just straight off. sit in that. You could use wider bottles. Um, Here's my water bottle, my drink bottle. It's a little bit bigger now. Let's just put a bigger bottle there. See, you can use a bigger one. It shouldn't affect in the middle. Now it gives you a little bit more of a what I call the vase. If you wanted to do it with wider bottles, if you want it where it's bigger, then buy the big hats. I don't buy big hats. And I'm not going to use my water bottle. I'm going to take a drink instead. This is a cool, fun, totally out of the ballpark craft, guys. All right, let's plug in our hot glue. One thing I did not do is cut off the tag. So I'm going to do that before we get too much farther. Inside your hat, you have a tag. I saw it. Oh, here it is. Right here. Now you can leave that on. I cut mine out. I try to cut it neatly, but that one I just like screwed up. All right. Simple and cute. Now pull this out because we're going to decorate this part. I'm going to put blue all the way around. I'm pretty sure this one will make it all the way around. You could do it on the bottom. Let's cut the bottles. We gotta cut the bottles. Um, your Mod Podge bottles would be like the perfect size. Or your chalk bottle as well. Just kind of see here. Gosh, just throw everything on the floor. See what I'm saying? It'd be just enough for this is a chocolate bottle. Didn't have a cap on that one. Ooh, I'm lucky it didn't spill. So if you want to recycle your craft bin, there you go. You got those. So this size bottle will also hold very nicely. Now, once I put my bottles in, I don't take them out. I just dump them. It's okay if this gets a little wet. I don't get it drenched, but wet is fine. All right. This one's more crooked. That's. I think I want it just a little higher than that, so about just below my E with my nice handy dandy saw. I had to do this 3 times, guys. Oh my goodness. Okay. So I'm just going to cut it right down about right here. Nope. Below the E. Check again. Oh, it's crap, right? Yeah, below the E. I had it right. Listen to myself. Be enough for me to get my scissors in there, and I can just cut it. And I kept the label on, so I had a purpose for cutting straight. then, of course, you're going to peel off your paper and stuff. Or unless you don't want to, you don't have to. And it should just rip right off. Doesn't always. No one's going to see it. Just comes off nice and clean. Then, of course, you're going to straighten off your edge and make it nice and pretty. Very simple. Got a little ridge here. Oops. Got a little nugget there. I'm looking for my sander. I put it safely away. Hi, Becky. How are ya? Glad to be back in live. You can also take your curling iron and go around the edges and melt it down. I mean, what else would you use a curling iron for, right? I'm going to cut off that little thing that just keeps showing up on me. What would I do without a sander from the Dollar Tree? I'm going to stick it right in. And it makes it just right height. Just enough to put a little water in. All right, save this for another craft. That's what I do. That was just below the E. And I do it just till it cuts through. Just don't cut crickets. What is the middle one? Somebody won't show. Oh, this one wasn't tied out. Oh, hope you can still see me. My light went out. It's on my budget in April. Next April to get that fixed. Now I'm just trimming off my high tops and then I'll sand it down. I can't see a thing. You know, when you get used to light, it's hard to do things in the dark. I'm going to use the other side. Now I don't glue these in because sometimes you like to rearrange your flour. You might want to put a little wet thing in there, you know. And it's easy to take them out and, you know, push this through your, what is that stuff called? The styrofoam flour, floral. It's coming. Terrible. I use it a lot. Anyway, if you wanted to do that, you just push this right down, then you have it in there. You just keep filling it up, put in your flowers, and it should fit just fine. It's pretty nice. Now this one's at, you know, you're going to see that little lip here, but if you put a bow here, you're not going to see that. Just saying. Now I squeeze my bottles to have it like a point. Go until you hear it crack. amazing what kid scissors can do. I've not found my other scissors, guys. I'm hoping someone, if they got mailed or passed away, I hope they enjoy my scissors. I haven't found them. Hello, Patricia. Hello, Sheila. Thanks, guys. Thanks for sprinkling. Guys, we made it to 2% this last week. That is just fabulous. I mean, I don't know. That's a milestone for me. I kind of like how they're doing that now, where I kind of know if I'm doing a good job or a bad job. And I'm sure this week will be a little bit tougher because I haven't been live. So really, really, oh, there goes my light again. Can't stand that light. I am going to buy a new one. On the agenda. You know what? I've had problems with that light since I bought it. I really have. My brother told me I'd be better off using my lamp that's across the room and shine it on me. That's what he said. Mm, my son actually gave me lights. I don't know why I'm not using them. Why am I not using what my son gave me? Well, that's going to change. Okay, so now we got our 3 little cups in. And like I said, you fill those up with that wet foam. And you have perfect containers. Now, if I had the wet foam in here, it would definitely sit very nice. Now, I like to raise this up kind of flat out, like so. And I dropped my glue on the floor. Now, we're not going to care if it sticks out, okay? We're not going to care about that. We're going to follow this blue, and this is how it was made. I'm making it the way it was made. And as you can see, the strings that we sewed, I hope it shows, right here, you can see it's stretching. You see them? They're stretched. When I take these out, it won't be. Now, if you use different size cups or bottles or anything like that, of course, you can fill the hat at the bottom with rock or whatever if you wanted. Usually the plants, flowers, and the water is plenty strength. So we're going to glue this around the rim. So maybe I do want this down because we want to put it back on like so. I'm hoping I don't lose my voice on you, but I might. We'll keep going. And we're going to follow this around, but we're only going to glue at the top here, not the bottom. So if it fluffs out a little bit, that's okay. And I am going to curve this corner, the outside corner. I'm going to just kind of like curve. See how I curved it? Just on the bottom. So it looks nice. And just hot glue the top. Nothing over hard here. It's all pretty simple. I showed you all the screw ups that you could probably do. And if you don't like this bottom one after you're done, you can just go back and retrim it. And follow this pattern all around. Now in the back here, you might have to bend the wire and kind of pleat it as you go around the curve. on the out corner edges, but that's not going to be that big of a deal. I'm going to pleat the bottom outside edge. Now I got that pleated. Didn't know I went that far out with my glue. I'm going to stick a little more glue in this one spot. It's holding, but it's like not holding. And your wire does get hot. FYI. You should know that, but if you don't, you do now. And just keep gluing it around. Now, again, in the center there, you might want to do like a little bit of a pleat, give you a little bit of lift in the center. Okay? It's up to you. I'm just following this around. It's kind of fun to do this. I haven't done this for... I used to make a lot of them, and then I decided, you guys, nobody likes those. And then I was asked about them. And this ribbon is about the same length as the rim of the hat. Now in the middle of the rim of the hat, I like to add a little extra glue. I made my little pleat there. Get in there. I have to make another one there. Change that pleat. And a pleat is just a little bit of a fold, just to give you the able to go around the edge. Did I get glue there? I totally missed the glue. And go, oh, it's not sticking in that spot, just a second. Probably because I pulled it. That's a bad girl. I touched it. And I'm going to be really bummed if my ribbon don't go all the way around because I didn't check it. And then I'm going to just do a little pleat there. And it helps keep the ribbon, tucked in. So you're getting this look. It's kind of cute. Just stay where I put it. It would be cute. In the middle, you might have to hold it for a second. Then we're going to go around this one and add another little tiny pleat there just to make sure it stays in that corner. The corners just don't want to stick. You know what? I'm not using Gorilla Glue. I tell you, I'm in love with Gorilla Glue. It sticks when I tell it to stick. Now, I got my 3 containers in there yet, so I know right where everything is going to go. And if this cheap glue holds, it will work. If it don't, it won't. Now again, I'm coming to the back here, so I'm going to do a pleat, and I'd like to do them inward. And then this one will go because I'm turning the corner. So you go one over this way and pleat it, and then this one you pleat this way and the pleat will fold over the other way. So it's like a double pleat. I'll show you with a napkin. I don't think I explained it very well. I'm going to go around and I'm going to add more glue right around this rim because it's just like popping up. And a pleat in the middle. Other way. Make sure I give my pleats enough room. Tell that one's active. What is going on here? What you doing here? Getting me mad. Shouldn't be that difficult to make a lot of you guys. Sorry. Still coughing. Guys, I don't like this 90-degree weather. Want it? I'll send it to you. It's keeping me sick, I think. It needs to be like 40, 50 degrees. That's beautiful weather. I'm making a little pleat there. I'm putting a bunch of glue there so I can fold this right in. Yeah. Now this one's going to just come down and I'm going to cut this one kind of like at an angle, like once we get it glued on. Sorry. This is why I wasn't on last night. I was coughing so much. But it's not anything to worry about. That's what they say. Little discomfort is what the doc said. You're going to be a little discomfort. And my bottle's sliding in there. And I'm very thankful that my good followers here came. Hi, Yvette. Thank you for coming in. All right. Now I'm to that center. And I'm going to trim this. And better glue it first. I think we'll be okay. I'm going to trim off it right here. Look, just a little piece. That's not right. I was worried I was going to be that much short. And I'm going to put a little pleat here. I'm going to glue that in. Okay, so now on this part, you see, we're going to keep that wire there and we're going to trim it around this. So we're going to go I'm just going to have a little hangover. Not that kind of hangover. Goodness, that's not the word I wanted. And you see this curve here? Put this back in here. We'll now meet and we'll glue just the wire to the wire. Here's the wire. Wire doesn't melt. You have just a little bit of a little seam there. maybe went too far over because I was doing it. Hold on. Let me pop that off where it really sticks. There we go. That's better. So far, so cute, right? Very different. My 3 jugs are still in here. Now I like to add just some fun little, you know, our good old fashioned fast, easy pop up bows, just like so. Maybe a little longer stem. Let's try that again. Doesn't matter what kind of wire you use. I'm just going to use my green because I'm going to stick a star on them in between. So I'm going to make 2, 4, and then the outside one on each outside and just hot glue them in those areas. So you have your red, white, and blue patriotic little guy with a little star on each one of them. Actually, you could just probably go 4. 4 would be pretty. You could put them in here as well with these hanging down. Let's do that. Let's stay with what I had the first time. Oh, wait, I need that. You don't need much wire. It's not going to be something you're going to, um, be playing with. It's not that type of a craft. My bowl is kind of nice. After I just squeeze the bottom, look at that. We'll fix those too. Just putting some hot glue there. And I fold my bowl and I stick it in my hot glue, right kind of towards the top of the top. We'll fix that. You see how that looks? It's sitting right at the top. My glue would dry. Put that bow out. It didn't dry. Stubborn. Stubborn. Just like Kathleen. I'm not stubborn. I can be. So, just cut that off. No, it's actually pretty good. So we're just going to go for it. Put that out the best you can. This side. This side has more of a dent in it, so I'm going to pull those like way out. Hold your bowl. Glue on the top part of it, not inside the fold. You're going on top of it. So the bow will be above your flower. That's cute. Now you do the side. It's patriotic, guys. This one's much longer than that one. I should have measured them. How'd you get so big? I make so many of these that I don't even measure anymore. But for reference, it's usually 9 9 to 12 inches, depending of what I usually use. I made bows for the last 40 years, so I don't measure. I just look. Just going to put that tops off. We'll fix those in a little bit. It's going to go again right on the top half of that, but don't glue your cup if it's sticking up like mine is. You can just thought how to do that. Get that up on that line. We'll trim that back in just a bit. Take that piece for another one. That's almost my arm. Normally I take it and I hold it there and I go to here and I usually cut this much off. That's out. So put it at the tip of my finger. It goes to my elbow. That's how long I do it, generally. And they come out pretty perfect. Already perfect. And twist it. I cut that so goofy. Open up. You gotta be pretty. There. Oh, now I messed it up. Punch it. Glue the top. Don't fall. Stay there. Flip it. Stupid. Now see, that's a pretty simple little bouquet. So let's just have a little bit of fun. Put some flowers in there. Of course, I don't have no water or anything in it, so that's a good stir stick. Here are my blue. Now it'd be better if I had styrofoam or something in there if I wanted that. I got these little white ones. I'm going to use them all because it's just so little. I'm going to have to straighten that one out. And these are just dollar store, guys. They're good enough for just a quick table topper. I mean, if you want real flowers, that could be, like I said, that's easy to arrange. Cut. Yeah. Make life so hard for me. Cut the tag off. I got the blue. I like the blue in the middle myself, but somebody might say, "Oh, that's not politically right." That happens. I never let that bother me. So we'll go this way for right now. Get in my cup. Because I had a little bit of styrofoam, but I don't. And I only had 3 flowers, so I gave it a star in the middle. And then I got these red ones. You know what? We'll be fine. Nobody's going to turn me in for screwing up the flag. See, this is how I had it. Like that. And put these off. Just a bouquet of flowers. If I had these the same in blue, or like these, I would have used those. But I didn't have any blue. I don't know if they ever come in blue. Left the tag on that one. Did you see that? Take the tag off, Kathleen. Don't be so lazy. Now, friends, this is a good idea too. When you want to give somebody a flower, this tag, you could put another tag right over it, maybe a labeler or something like that, um, and use this as your card, and it doesn't get lost. FYI, I've done that lots of times. And that way, if you don't ever have to worry about taking off the tag on every flower. But as you see, you get a very cute little fun. Okay, now, gotta have some stars now and then. The people on the 4th, they like stars. Now I just kind of just take my silver stars just, and kind of put them in between the, and I just put a little hot glue. It's sticky, but a little hot glue in the center just helps hold it on. I don't have all white. I have white? No, I got mainly silver. Let's see if I have more white. That would be awesome. Hold on. Detour. I saw a squirrel in here. Oh, cool. 2, I need 6. Six. 3, 4. Oh, those are the ones I cut. That's all right. It don't matter. I'm talking to myself, guys. Silver. Oh, come on. Don't tell me I ran out of stars now. Just when I thought I had a good thing going. All right. Back. Maybe that 1, 2. That's perfect. Okay. So, I want to show you one more thing. That's silver. Your stars Some have your round corners. Some have your straight corners. Put the straight corner on the back of the round ones and trim it off to the size of the other star. Now this is only if you think you absolutely have to have the same kind, and you can just trim that off. And it doesn't even have to be perfectly centered. Your star to a star. Now some people think they can't do this. I'm showing you and I'm telling you to do it. These have the paperbacks also. A little hot glue just in the center. Make a little patriotic. That little sticky stuff on the back of it helps kind of just keep it in place, as you can see. Got two round ones here, so I want them the same. Keep your point where your point is so you don't lose your point. Tip of your day. Cut your own stars. And if you squish your star, you lose your point. So don't squish it while you cut. Get up there. Oh, that was stupid. Did you see what I just did? I cracked myself up. Let's see how nice that looks. Just adding those few extra stars. You could add gold stars. You could add, whatever kind of stars you like. I wish I put foam in there. I didn't. I didn't have foam. Gotta put one more star. One short. I'm trying to see too. Guys, I can't cut with crap tonight. I'm really messing up. And just go back, trim off whatever you don't like. What happened on that star? Dorky. Fixing the star. Just a minute. No, it didn't look right. We're not using that one. I'll look in my box for another one. So now I want to say, a lot of you guys ask, you know, why don't you drink the ice drink? I get that a lot. Guys, I don't drink the ice drinks. I don't want the sugar. It has stuff in it that I just don't drink. But they have awesome bottles, so I support. Here's darn what star. I worked all that hard, and here I found a whole cup. Um, but anyway, that's why I just don't need that kind of stuff. I'm already hyper enough. I can't stand myself half the time. True, true thing. When my son tells me his kids are very busy and active and all this stuff, and I'm like, I wonder where they got that. Now this is super adorable, super cute. You could go a whole nother 9 yards. You could add some twinkle lights if you wanted. I don't think it's necessary. Um, but some people like to add twinkle lights in their flowers or around their basket. It's super cute. It's super fun. Not that hard to make. These are my container um, things. This one tipped all the way over. That's why those flowers are sitting crooked. Get there. Stop it. Giving me issues here all of a sudden. But you can pull these out. That's why I like to use cups. None of these, you can pull them out. Of course, they're not going to stand because I have no rack in them. Pull them out. This one is the one that slid all the way down to the bottom. What did I do? The cup went upside down. But when you want to store it, just fold it in half, flatten it down, and you're ready to go for the next year. It's super cute, super fun. You could put rocks in the bottom here as well, depending on what you're doing. Um, I like the cups. I'll probably put rocks in the bottom and then my cups, or the rocks can keep my cups where I want them. What did I do with that? I thought I had a bunch of rocks here. They're brown. They weren't rocks, guys. They were cotton balls. Okay, Kathleen, you're just having a good time. But anyway, you get the idea. And like I said, it's just simple enough that you can enjoy a fun little craft without, you know, kids love doing stuff like this. You got a cute little craft all ready to go. Red, white, and blue. Well, in this case, red, blue, and white. Well, I hope you liked my little craft. It's beautiful. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thanks, Becky. Uh-oh, Brooklyn's having problems with, and a thunderstorm. Tomorrow oh, it's pretty hot here in Minnesota. We're not used to 90-degree weather until like August, middle of July, August area, and we're having 90 degrees now. It's almost scary because usually if you have 90 now, we're going to have 60s and 70s in July, and I'm going to be so happy, and everyone else is going to be grumpy. It could snow in July for Christmas in July, guys. I would be so happy. Boy, will I have the world mad at me. But anyway, this is a really cute little craft, and I hope you enjoyed it. I appreciate y'all coming in and giving me all the love that you guys give me all the time. Sorry, I've been kind of under the weather this week, but that happens when you have from the smoke fires and then the sage, and then one of my teachers used shaving cream, and I tell you, this week's been real rough on my allergies, and with the sinus infection and everything, um, it's hard to just stay fine. Now, you guys want to on your I didn't trim my bottoms of my ribbon. You can certainly do that. I didn't do it. I was lazy. But you can ducktail your ribbon. And if you want, you could even have your ribbon go all the way down to the, the bottom where you get like a red stripe. Um, I don't care for that kind. I know some people do, but I don't. I like it to go to the bottom of the top ribbon and let the bottom be the base of white. And then you have your red and then the blue. That's just my thoughts. Um, fine. Well, everyone have a blessed night, and we'll see you tomorrow. Um, sounds like an awesome plan. I'm not sure what we're going to do tomorrow. Tomorrow's Friday. Like to, um, I'm not sure what we're going to do. What would you guys like to do tomorrow? This is cute. I like it. They get cuter and cuter as I go. Anybody have any thoughts for tomorrow? Well, I'll think of something. But all of you have a great night, and we'll see you tomorrow. And I'll have a really cool craft for us to do as well. Simple and easy, cute and useful. You're welcome, Becky. Everyone have a great night. Thank you so much. See y'all later.